Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we are going to break down two little acronyms that cause a ton of confusion for your driving test, MTM and MBT. Trust me, getting this right is crucial, so let's just jump right in.
Okay, so let's get into it. MTM, MBT. They both sound like they're about your car's weight, right? And they are. But for your exam, it's a small but really critical difference between them that can decide whether you pass or fail.
All right, here it is in the simplest possible terms. Think of MTM as the potential weight, what your car could weigh. And MBT is the actual weight, what it weighs on the road right now. One is a fixed number that never changes. The other, well, it's always changing. Let's really unpack what that means.
First up, let's talk about MTM. The easiest way to think about this is that it's the manufacturer's golden rule for your car's weight. It's the absolute safe maximum that they designed it for. So, MTPN stands for Maximum Permissible Mass. This is your vehicle's official weight ceiling. It's a number that's set in stone by the people who built the car, and it's all about safety. If you go over this weight, your car just isn't considered safe to drive anymore. You know, here's a super simple way to picture it. Imagine a backpack. On the label, it says it's designed to hold, say, a maximum of 15 kilos. It doesn't matter if that backpack is totally empty or stuffed full of bricks, its potential capacity is always 15 kilos. It's the exact same idea for your car's MTM.
And for your Category B driver's license, this is the number you have to burn into your brain. You can drive any vehicle as long as its MTM, its maximum potential weight, doesn't go over 3.5 tons or 3,500 kilograms. You absolutely have to remember that. Okay, so now let's switch over to MBT. This is where we move from the theoretical limit to what's happening in the real world, right now. MBT, or mass in loaded state, is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's the real, current weight of your car at this very second. If you could just drive your car onto a giant scale right now, the number you'd see, that's your MBT.
Let's go back to our backpack analogy. The MBT is the weight of whatever you've actually packed inside it today. Maybe today you've got a heavy laptop and some books. Tomorrow, it might just be a light jacket. The weight changes every time you use it. It's the same with your car's MBT. It all depends on who and what is inside.
Let's make this super concrete with a little example from the driver's handbook. So say your car weighs 1,500 kilos when it's empty. Now you get in, that's another 75 kilos. Your friend gets in, that's 40 more. And you've got a 50-kilo bag of potatoes in the trunk for some reason. Your real-time weight, your MBT, is now 1,665 kilograms.
And this slide brings it all together perfectly. Imagine the MTM is that red line at the top, the absolute limit of 2,200 kilos. Your MBT, your current reality, is down here at 1,665 kilos. As long as your actual weight stays below that max limit, you're good to go. The number one rule is simple. Your MBT must never be higher than your MTM.
Okay, now for the part you've really been waiting for. This is the secret to not getting tricked by those exam questions. It's all about knowing which signs care about MTM and which ones care about MBT.
So picture this. You're in the exam, your heart's pounding, and you see a sign with a weight limit. Is that talking about your car's potential weight or its actual weight right now? It's so easy to mix them up. But don't worry, there is a super simple way to remember.
I'm going to give you your secret weapon. It's just one four-letter word, PICS. This little acronym is going to be your best friend, I promise. It helps you sort almost all of those weight-related signs you're going to see. Let me show you how it works.
This table right here is pure gold. Any sign about parking, inhaling, which means overtaking, Camion or trucks, and speed limits, those are all based on MTM. Why? Well, because they're general rules for types of vehicles based on their potential size and weight. But, and this is the key, any sign that bans you from going somewhere, like on a weak bridge, that's about your NBT. That's because the bridge only cares about the actual, real-life weight it has to support at that very moment.
Okay, let's put this to the test with a classic exam question. You're driving and you see this sign. It clearly says the restriction is for an MBT over 3.5 tons. You're in a regular car. Can you make that turn?
The answer is a big, confident yes. The keyword on the sign is MBT. Your car's actual weight, even with you, your friends, and that bag of potatoes, is nowhere near 3.5 tons. That sign is there to stop something like a fully loaded construction truck, not you.
So, now that you've totally got the whole vehicle weight thing down, let's just finish up with a quick checklist of a few other safety things from the handbook that you've just got to know.
All right, we're changing gears a little, but this is just as important for your exam. The handbook basically guarantees you'll get a question about these 4 items. You have to have a warning triangle, a first aid kit, a fire extinguisher, and a fluorescent safety vest in your car. Memorize this list. It's free points on the test.
And here's another key safety point, and it's all about awareness. A lot of people believe that using a hands-free phone kit is totally safe while driving, but the official guide actually calls this a persistent misunderstanding. Even if your hands are on the wheel, your brain is focused on the conversation, not on the road ahead.
So there you have it. You know the theory, you've cracked the code on MTM versus MBT for your exam. But the real test begins when you're out on the road. Understanding your car's weight isn't just about passing a test. It's about knowing how it affects your braking, your steering, and your overall safety. So the question is, are you ready to think about that every time you get behind the wheel?